Hello, today I am going to show you a free-to-play deck I created around the card Orbital Hydralander. So as you can see, all cards in this deck are normal or rare only. No super rare, no ultra rare, only normal and rare rarity. And as I said before, it is centered around the card Orbital Hydralander, which has an extremely powerful effect. And to be able to use this effect and to be able to summon it, you cannot have monsters with different names in your graveyard. So other than this card, which can be played, which you can use 2 copies of, all other monsters in the deck you only play 1 single copy, so you can always use this effect. Must be special summoned from your hand by having 5 or more monsters in your graveyard and no monsters with the same name. Once per turn, quick effect, so also during the opponent's turn, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard, destroy 1 card on the field. This effect is extremely powerful because you can destroy a card during your opponent's turn and also during your own turn, of course, once per turn. And as I mentioned, it only works if you have no monsters with the same name in your graveyard. So you can play 2 copies of this, because obviously if one is on the field, it doesn't matter if one is in the grave. Of course, if 2 are in the grave, obviously none is on the field, so you can play 2 copies of this, but only 1 copy of every other monster. And you want to get 5 monsters into your grave as quickly as possible, so this is not a dead card in your hand, so the whole deck centers around getting 5 monsters into the grave. And for this reason I use the Zodiacs, because you can overlay a bunch of Exceed and then use them as a link material, and you immediately get 5 monsters into the grave this way. Another way to get monsters into the grave are Tri-Brigade, with their effects that let you send another Tri-Brigade to the grave, so I play all the low rarity Tri-Brigade. Then of course the Danger archetype, great low rarity cards that let you discard and draw cards. I also play this mini engine, Psy-Reflector, because it lets you add Assault Beast, and you can discard Assault Beast to add this to your hand and then revive it immediately for a level 5 to level 9 synchro summon. Also, this one can add both those to your hand. Then the other monsters I play: Sangan as a searcher, Giant Rat as a searcher, Mystic Tomato. 1 card car lets you draw 2 cards. 1 Link Apple lets you draw 1 card. Sphere Kuribo, basically hand trap to survive in case your opponent attacks with a lot of damage. And I play just for fun Iron Dragon Tiamatone. You don't have to play this one, I just like this card in this low rarity format because it has a great quick effect. So those were all the monsters, I think. For spells I play 3 Book of Moon, 2 Forbidden Chalice, 1 Tri-Brigade Standoff to search out a Tri-Brigade, 1 Tri-Brigade Revolt, the Great Trap, to get your Tri-Brigades back into the grave in case you banished them earlier. 1 Solemn Scolding, the aforementioned trap for the assault mode effects, and Psy-Reflector. 3 Dogmatic Punishment, another card that lets you send a monster from the extra deck to the grave, so you can summon Hydralander quicker. And 2 Compulsory, it's just a nice versatile card, and also you can return Hydralander to your hand in case your opponent would get rid of it otherwise. As for the extra deck, as I mentioned before, all the low rarity Zodiacs, so you can get 5 monsters in the grave as quickly as possible. Then 2 Tri-Brigade Rugal. Then because of this card you need some Beast Warrior and Winged Beast monsters in the extra deck, so I'm using this as a link 2. Because it's Beast Warrior, link 2. Then rank 4 Exceed this is the best rank 4 Exceed in my opinion. Also later you can overlay this on top of it if this gains ranks with its effect. And you can overlay this on top of this. Also it is a nice target for Dogmatic Punishment if your opponent has a very high attack monster. Also I play 1 Gigantic Castle for Psy-Reflector, to summon with Psy-Reflector if you revive the assault mode. And in case you have to send Gigantic Castle to the grave with Dogmatic Punishment, I play this level 5, this level 7. You can also summon it with Psy-Reflector because you can choose the level, you can increase the level between 1 to 4. So I play this. If you have a Synchro monster in your grave, you can banish it to destroy 1 monster on the field. And thanks to this level modulating effect, you can also make rank 8 Exceed plays. So I play 1 Drake Lubion to summon Hard Earth and another Hard Earth, the different one, to use as the material for this effect. Let me know in the comments what you think and if you have any ideas to improve this deck. And I hope I see you in my next video. Bye!